Finland, a nation once celebrated for its economic dynamism, is grappling with a prolonged period of stagnation. The country known for its innovation and high living standards faces a confluence of challenges threatening its economic well-being. Sluggish GDP growth, persistent unemployment, and rising public debt paint a worrisome picture. Understanding the factors behind this economic slowdown is crucial for charting a course toward recovery. For years, Finland has struggled to regain the economic momentum it enjoyed in the past. While not in a full-blown crisis, the warning signs are clear. The economy is struggling to keep pace with its European counterparts. Addressing these challenges requires a clear-eyed assessment of the underlying issues and a commitment to implementing effective policy solutions. The stakes are high for Finland. The country's social welfare model, admired worldwide, is under strain. Failure to address these economic challenges could erode the living standards that Finns have come to expect. The time for complacency is over. Decisive action is needed to restore Finland's economic vitality and secure a prosperous future for its citizens. A closer look at key economic indicators reveals the depth of Finland's economic challenges. GDP growth, a fundamental measure of economic health, has been anemic in recent years, hovering around a paltry 1%. This sluggish growth rate is insufficient to generate the jobs and prosperity that Finland needs. Unemployment, while not at crisis levels, remains stubbornly high, particularly among young people. This points to a lack of dynamism in the labor market and difficulty in creating opportunities for new entrants. Inflation, too, has been persistently low, a symptom of weak consumer demand and a lack of pricing power among businesses. Adding to the concern is Finland's rising public debt. Years of slow growth and increased spending on social programs have pushed the debt-to-GDP ratio to uncomfortable levels. This growing debt burden limits the government's ability to respond to future economic shocks and invest in areas crucial for long-term growth. Behind these troubling economic indicators lies a set of deeply rooted structural challenges. One of the most pressing is Finland's rapidly aging population. With a low birth rate and increasing life expectancy, Finland faces a shrinking workforce and a growing number of retirees. This demographic shift puts immense pressure on the country's social security system and limits the pool of available workers. Compounding the challenges of an aging population is declining productivity growth. Finland has struggled to maintain its edge in innovation and technological advancement. This slowdown in productivity growth translates into lower living standards and a less competitive economy. Addressing this productivity challenge is crucial for reviving economic growth. Section 4. Beyond the numbers, social inequality, and environmental concerns. While economic indicators provide a snapshot of Finland's challenges, they don't tell the whole story. Beyond the numbers lie deeper societal issues that demand attention. Social inequality, while less pronounced than in some countries, has been on the rise in Finland. This growing gap between the rich and the poor threatens social cohesion and undermines economic opportunity for many. Furthermore, Finland, despite its pristine natural environment, faces pressing environmental concerns. Climate change poses risks to its forests and coastal areas, while the transition to a greener economy requires significant investment and adaptation. Addressing these environmental challenges is not only essential for sustainability, but also presents opportunities for innovation and job creation. Section 5. Global headwinds, external factors impacting Finland's economy. Finland's economic woes are not solely of its own making. The country is also grappling with external factors that create headwinds for growth. The global economic slowdown, fueled by geopolitical tensions and supply chain disruptions, has dampened demand for Finnish exports. Moreover, Finland's dependence on a few key industries such as forestry and electronics makes it vulnerable to fluctuations in global commodity prices and technological shifts. The rise of protectionism and trade wars further complicates the picture, threatening to disrupt international trade flows. Section 6. Charting a new course. Policy recommendations for revival. Addressing Finland's economic challenges requires a comprehensive and multifaceted approach. No single policy solution will suffice. Instead, a combination of measures is needed to tackle the structural issues, boost productivity, and create a more dynamic and inclusive economy. One crucial area for reform is education and skills development. Investing in education and training programs tailored to the needs of the 21st century workforce is paramount. This includes fostering digital skills, promoting lifelong learning, and attracting skilled workers from abroad. Additionally, Streamlining business regulations and creating a more favorable environment for entrepreneurship can unleash innovation and stimulate growth. Addressing social inequality is also vital for economic revitalization. Strengthening the social safety net, ensuring access to affordable housing and healthcare, and reducing income inequality will create a more just and equitable society, fostering social mobility and unlocking the potential of all citizens. On the environmental front, Finland has an opportunity to become a leader in the transition to a green economy. Investing in renewable energy, promoting sustainable forestry practices, and developing green technologies can create new industries, jobs, and export opportunities while addressing climate change. Section 7. The urgency of action. Securing a prosperous future for Finland. Finland's economic challenges are significant, but they are not insurmountable. The country possesses a highly educated workforce, a strong social fabric, and a tradition of innovation. However, the time for complacency is over. Decisive action is needed to address the structural issues, boost productivity, and create a more dynamic and inclusive economy. The stakes are high. Failure to act risks jeopardizing Finland's economic well-being and the social model it holds dear. But with the right policies and a collective commitment to change, Finland can overcome its current economic stagnation and chart a new course towards sustainable and inclusive prosperity. The future of Finland's economy depends on the choices made today.